What is up, guys? So today I'm going to be showing you how I draw this creepy sea creature. So we're going to jump right into it. So you see how I'm starting off with these basic shapes, very basic. I do this to just kind of start off to get like a really rough layout of what I want the creature to kind of look like. Then I drop the opacity pretty low, so it's just kind of like a faint line that you kind of see in the background. And then what I start to do is I start to trace over it, kind of. So, but as I'm doing it, I kind of add a little bit more detail to it, just to kind of make it not look exactly so basic. So you can see here where I'm zooming in a little bit, and I'll move this layer just for a second. So now you see that's the shape that I want. So the next thing that you can do is you can kind of start adding more details. So now I'm adding in these little suction cup things or whatever on the tentacles of this squid octopus thing or whatever. And so what I practically do after that, I just kind of just start adding more details. So right here I'm doing the eye. So just doing this whole process like this, it's so much more easier to do than to just straight off just kind of start trying to draw it all at once. So if you kind of build it up as layers, it's a whole lot easier to go about it this way. So I apologize if I sniffle a little bit in this video. I have a cold right now, so please forgive me. But yeah. So anyway, so that's kind of what I was doing right there. So you can see how it's kind of coming together, just adding a little bit more detail to it. And we'll zoom in here. And now I'm just adding these kind of like little grooves here on the tentacles just to make it stand out a little bit more. So yeah, this was a really simple drawing. It was really fun, but I wanted to make a nice, good, longer video for you guys to kind of just walk you through my process for kind of how I go about doing sketches, and we also do coloring in this video too. So I will color this. Yeah, so a lot of times in some of my videos I'll only do like the sketch and I'll do the coloring in another video, but I decided to combine all of it together into one video so you guys can all be happy. So now what I'm doing right here is I am getting the calligraphy tool. I love using this tool because what it allows you to do, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to trace, practically trace out the outline of the squid. So I'm going to go over the entire body, and then I'm just going to grab the color and just kind of fill it in. So this is a really quick way to color versus actually just taking like a brush and trying to color in the areas that you need colored. This helps a lot so that you don't have to spend a lot of time. So this will make a little bit more sense once I actually start filling it in. But so I just go along the edges right here, and this is very, very easy. This is all you have to do, and mind you, this is all on different layers too, so you want to make sure that your color layers are on different or your coloring, you want to make sure that it's on a different layer and not on the same layer as your ink layer, because then you're kind of screwed. So as you can see, now I can just grab it and fill it in, which is pretty cool. So I kind of missed one tentacle here, so I'm just going to fill in this one, just go around the edges. And as it go around the edges, then close off the gap, and then grab and then drop it. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty much how I do all of my coloring, at least to kind of get like a good start on it. Kind of doing the same thing here as well. Just kind of filling those in, going around the edges on those. Hope you guys are doing well, by the way. I really miss doing these nice tutorials for you guys, and if you're enjoying this too, please leave a comment, and if you want me to do something else for you guys, please tell me in the comments below. Okay, so as you can see, I'm just filling those in, and I zoom in a little bit so I can get that spot. There we go. And we'll go ahead and do, now you can't see all of it because I'm coloring underneath, but we'll go along the edges right there, and then along the edges over here as well, and then close off the gap. You want to make sure that you close off that gap though, so the colors don't come leaking through, and then it will just fill your canvas with just one big solid color, and it's very frustrating sometimes. So please make sure that you close off the gaps just like that. So see, it only colors in those spots that I want it to be, which is very, very, very important. So I'm doing the same thing here with the eye. You can see I just filled that in. Now that's small, so I just went ahead and scribbled that in. So now I'm selecting the color, and I'm just gonna go ahead and make some circles around these little suction cups because we want to color those in. It's very important. We want those colored in. So we'll just do those, this one, that one, and this one. Good, sir. We will fill these in. Brilliant. I love coloring so much, guys. It's so much fun. And I'm going to show you how to do some like cool shading and stuff too to make this really pop. So now see, that's all one layer. And what I'm doing now is see how I dropped the opacity on that? Now this is a shadow layer. Now see, what I'm doing is I'm actually erasing, I'm not coloring. A lot of times people would choose to try to just use like 2 different color tones, but actually just making one layer like dark and then dropping the opacity on it so it was a little bit lower, and then erasing, actually you have more control, in my opinion. Mind you, I'm not the best artist in the entire world. I don't think anyone is, honestly. But this is just one way that I find it saves you a lot of time. That's just what it really comes down to. Doing things that can save you time. So here right now I'm adding in more of a shadow layer, which is really cool. So we're gonna blend that in a little bit more so it's not so harsh. But this is adding more detail. So you can see I'm kind of just going over some of the lines that we already had, some of those little dots, just filling all of that in with a darker green, which is really awesome because it looks good, but we're going to blend it together even more. So I'm going to trace over these lines right here just to add a little bit more distinct separation between the different parts of the octopus arm or skin or whatever. So yeah, so fill it in around the eye right here, just to kind of make things stand out a little more crisp. We don't want the drawings all just mush and flatten into one piece. Like, we want to make it look a little bit, we want to have some volume to it. So now what I'm doing, you see these white lines that I'm adding? Those are highlights, and I like to do this because it gives it a really nice little look. It's almost kind of like where the light is, it's just representing where the light is actually hitting on the top of the octopus. And then sometimes you can put it here at the bottom too. So now what I'm doing is I created a new layer and I'm changing the color because now I want to add some cool shades to the octopus. So almost the same thing when we were doing the shadow layer, but now I'm just kind of erasing. This is the color layer that works as a shadow layer as well. So I'm just kind of erasing and then blending it together just to make it all smooth. It's very simple, and it comes out. It's such a great effect. You'll be able to see it a little bit more better here in just a second. If this video is a little fast for anyone, don't feel bad. Go back. You can just pause the video if you want. But yeah, so now I'm adding in some little dots, just tiny little more, just more details. You can see I'm just adding those in, and then also some more little details on those little suction cup things. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. I'm adjusting the colors a little bit more and make them a little bit more strong. And we're gonna do a background. So what I like to do is, you see how I'm making this thick right here? Then I'm gonna blur it. See that? That's cool, isn't it? And then we're gonna change the colors. And yeah, and that looks good. That looks really good. So I'm happy with that. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know if you learned something from it. And yeah, don't forget, let me know what you guys want to see next. And with that being said, I will see you guys in my next video. I love you all. Please don't forget to give a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you all in the next one. Take care. Bye.